today we're doing a new series called Cooking with Me. No, just Cooking with Kaimen. So this series focuses on showing people how to cook earth-friendly foods. Why are we doing that? As far as diet, how did you grow up?
I was raised by carnivorous savages. Meat.
I see.
We loved meat.
I see. Okay then, what health issues did you think were normal?
Well, we had lots of meat, and we always had stomach issues, like constant stomach issues. Found out it was not just because my whole family is lactose intolerant. It was we had a lot of high blood pressure in our family, high cholesterol, high everything, and to be honest, our stomachs always hurt, and bowel movements were not normal. Yeah.
So, did you know what was causing those issues?
No, I just thought it was normal.
Ah. Were you open to so, how much vegetables did you have in your diet?
We didn't grow up eating very many vegetables. About the only time that we really ate much vegetables was whenever, every summer, my dad liked to have a garden. So your grandfather grew a big old garden out there, and we always took, because we raised rabbits to eat for meat, we would take the bunny pellets and spread it out there and work it into the soil, and we had like farm fresh vegetables all the time. But whenever we had it, it was always slathered in butter, or even if it was potatoes or anything like that, it had lots of cheese and stuff like that mixed in.
So I'm guessing that meant you weren't open to meat alternatives, seeing how you didn't eat very much.
I hadn't even heard of meat alternatives. And the idea of being vegetarian was like, well, that just means you either can't raise rabbits, or you were just like the lousiest hunter ever. And so for us, if you didn't have meats, it just meant you weren't manly.
Do you think that's how a lot of people feel?
I do. Unfortunately, that's the way I was raised, and I think a lot of people out here still think that if you don't eat meat, you're not manly.
So, if that's the case, then if you used to think that, then why did you go plant-based?
Your mother's influence. She has an autoimmune disorder, and that's caused her to start looking into other things to eat and start rolling things out in her diet. And so I wanted to support her, and actually, as she was learning, I was learning, and it just turned out better for our health. The first time she tried the McDougall diet, did for a week. Within 1 week, my blood pressure dropped dramatically, and even my cholesterol and everything started going down. So that was a dramatic change. But then after 6-7 years of plant-based, I just noticed I feel really lethargic every time I eat meat.
Okay then. So, what did you grow up eating?
I grew up eating a pretty typical poor Southern family diet, I guess. We had meat, we had cheese, but it wasn't in every meal. My mom cooked a lot of things that made things stretch, go further. So if we had a ham, then the ham one went into the beans the last of the week. That sort of stuff. Lots of vegetables though.
So what did you usually eat though?
Usually we ate some kind of meat that could be done through the week to make it go further. But not always meat every day. We had lots of potatoes, lots of rice.
So how much vegetables did you have in your diet?
A lot.
Okay. So, how did you feel growing up?
Growing up was okay. Typical kid, lots lots of energy. But when I was 17, I started developing a autoimmune disease, psoriatic arthritis, and that really slowed me down at 17. So, but I didn't realize at that time that diet had anything to do with it. It wasn't until I started reading later on that I found out what could affect it.
And so, what does affect it?
Pretty much anything dairy is really bad, and meat.
Meat.
What happens when you have dairy?
When I have dairy, my joints that are affected swell up and hurt, causes me a lot of fatigue, and those effects last for, it's interesting, 7 days exactly. So after 7 days, it'll be like a weight was lifted off. Like, oh, okay, now I can start feeling better.
And do you know why that happens?
Yes, the proteins in the milk are very similar, in cow's milk, are very similar to the proteins that are in the fluid in between your joints.
And hyaline cartilage.
And the hyaline cartilage. So your body sees, when you have a autoimmune disorder like this, your body sees the milk proteins as dangerous. Well, then, because they're so similar, they see the fluid in your joints, that hyaluronic cartilage, as dangerous too. So they try to encapsulate, your body tries to encapsulate it with calcium. So therefore, my joints start to get calcified. So therefore, I can't use those joints after a while. But the inflammation, while it's doing that, is very severe.
And so, your alternative was... What was your alternative?
Well, I did a lot of research, a lot of different trial and error, and I do have to thank finding Dr. McDougall. In his free program online, he has a lot of different recipes, and just taking the dairy out of my diet and the meat really helped. So now I am on medication from a doctor, but I feel a whole lot better when I'm not eating those things.
I see. And seeing how that makes you feel better, that's why you made your husband eat plants.
Hey, don't let him give you a sob story now. For a while, I was doing it just for me, and I still bought him meat and cheese, but then, because he's supportive, he doesn't like the idea of having to make 2 different meals. So he said, I'll just eat it with you. So that motivated me to try to find alternatives to things that he grew up with as well. Because he wasn't as open to new things as he thinks he was.
And he may say that he likes the new recipes and alternatives, but what's your opinion? Do you think he likes the new recipes and alternatives?
The ones we've found now, yes, he likes them. Some of the ones I can tell where he's like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. But I think what we have now works pretty good.
Do I like it?
Yes, I finally can fill you up. Any moms out there knows how to fill a growing boy is difficult. It's your ongoing challenge. But this works. And it's cheap. I mean, come on, who doesn't like cheap versus, buying meat? It's not exactly cheap. It's pretty expensive. Especially when you're trying to buy it for all week. I've done that for years. So this is a nice change.
Okay. So, let me sum up the facts. This much water, 12,000 gallons, can make 5 pounds of beef. That's enough to feed my family for 5 days. And that makes 15 burgers.
1/3 pound burgers.
And those burgers others being 1/3 pound burgers. This same amount of water produces 480 pounds of oats. That's enough to make 21,600 burgers. That's enough burgers to feed my family for 19 years. Or 7,200 days. So let's go over that again. Beef, 5 days. Oats, 19 years. Now that you've seen the benefits of eating earth-friendly, let me show you one of my favorite recipes. Now to do that, let me introduce my mother that's going to be teaching me. Hi.
Hi. So Kaimen, what ingredients do we have?
Well, it looks like we have 1 cup of oats, 2 of the unborn, 3 tablespoons of fajita seasoning, and about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, so let's get started mixing. So let's pour in our cup of oats. Oh, eggs. Scramble them. And then you put in your cup of oats and 3 tablespoons of fajita seasoning and your Worcestershire sauce.
Does
Then-
anybody really know how to say Worcestershire sauce?
If you do, put it in the comments. And then you mix it more. Voila! So, we have a tablespoon or 2 of oil, and then we have 2 cups of vegetable broth. So, then we have a third cup measuring cup. Okay. Ta-da! We're gonna cook them for a minute or 2 on each side, and then we're gonna flip them, and then we're gonna do the same thing for a minute or 2.
Okay, so now that we have flipped the burgers, they have toasted for a minute or so. Now we're going to pour in our 2 cups of vegetable broth.
And then put the lid on.
Yep. And then turn it down low. Okay, good. Set the timer for
20 minutes. So, I'm taking the patties out of the pan. I'm going to drain them a little.
Put the plate back on the counter.
So I just drained the pan. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons or so of oil, vegetable oil, and turn it back to medium. So then I put these in the pan.
Yeah, as soon as we spread the oil out a little bit, go for it. Just don't put it in there yet. Okay, so we're gonna flip them. Okay, Kaimen, you wanna flip the others?
Sure.
Good job.
Thank you. Can you help me? There we go. Let them cook for a minute or two, and then we take them off the burn, and then we eat them!
So, this is not only his videography class, but also, as you can see, his cooking class, or home ec. So, we're trying several classes in one.
Homeschool. No.
So mine got a little broken, but it looks like a burger to me.
Tastes like one too.
Kaimen's already halfway through his.
How do you like it, Kaimen?
It tastes good. Let me rephrase that. It tastes delicious.
He's been quiet for a while, so that's excellent. Enjoy.
So, me and my family just ate our 3 burgers. So, if you liked this video, like and subscribe. And for more in-depth recipe, click the link below or visit trahpekmedia.com.